The first time I realized something was wrong was when the hotel manager slid a printed invoice across the desk and told me the room number on it didn't exist. I was standing in the lobby, holding a key card that clearly said 914, and behind him, on the wall, the elevator directory jumped straight from 913 to 915. No gap, no explanation. I remember staring at that sign longer than I should have, waiting for my eyes to catch up with what my brain was refusing to accept. Because I had slept in that room, I had unpacked my bag there, I had locked the door behind me, and according to the hotel, none of that was possible. I need to rewind a bit. This happened in the fall, a few years back, when I was traveling through the Midwest for contract work. Nothing exciting, day to clean up for a regional logistics company, the kind of job that puts you in the same anonymous business hotels, night after night, until every hallway starts to look the same. The hotel was off an interstate exit outside a mid-sized city, beige exterior, blue awning, chain hotel you've definitely stayed in before. I checked in just after midnight. The woman at the front desk looked exhausted. She slid my ID back to me, printed my receipt, and handed me a key card without making eye contact. Room 914, she said. I remember that clearly because I thought it was odd. Most hotels I stayed in didn't go that high. And something about the way she said it felt flat, like she was reading a line she'd read too many times. The elevator ride up was uneventful, soft music, faded carpet, the faint smell of cleaning chemicals and old air. The hallway on the 9th floor felt quieter than the others I'd passed earlier. No TV bleeding through walls. No footsteps, just that thick, padded silence hotels get late at night. Room 914 was at the very end of the hall. No room across from it, just a blank stretch of wall. The door itself looked normal, same off-white paint, same peephole, same slightly crooked room number plaque as every other door. Inside, the room felt provisional. That's the word that stuck with me later, temporary. The furniture didn't quite line up with the carpet patterns. The desk lamp flickered when I turned it on. The curtains didn't fully close, like they'd been hung in a hurry. Even the air felt unfinished, like the HVAC hadn't decided what temperature it wanted to be. But I was tired. I didn't care, I slept. The next morning, I showered, packed up, and left the room by 7 a.m. No issues. No strange noises, no missing time, nothing dramatic. I came back that night after work, used the same key card, and slept there again. It wasn't until the third night that things started to feel off. I noticed the hallway carpet outside my room looked newer than the rest of the floor, like it had been replaced recently. And when I passed the ice machine, the sign above it listed room numbers for emergency exits. It skipped 914. I told myself it was a printing error. Hotels are full of those. That night, around 2:10 a.m., I woke up to the sound of someone knocking. Not loud, just firm, 3 knocks. I checked the peephole. No one was there. The hallway lights were on. Empty. I didn't open the door. I went back to bed. The next morning, I stopped by the front desk to extend my stay. That's when the manager told me the room didn't exist. He pulled up my reservation, scrolled, frowned, then printed the invoice. It listed my name, my dates, my payment method, and a blank space where the room number should have been. I pointed at my key card. Then what's this? I asked. He took it, turned it over, ran it through the encoder. The screen flashed red. He stared at it longer than I was comfortable with. Then he handed it back. I'm going to move you, he said, to room 915. I asked him why. He said maintenance. I asked him how I'd been sleeping in a room that wasn't in the system. He didn't answer that. Room 915 felt normal. Immediately, everything lined up, everything worked, the silence was gone. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about 914. I Googled the hotel, scrolled through reviews. Buried between complaints about breakfast and Wi-Fi, I found one that made my stomach drop. Stayed in room 914. Felt like the room wasn't supposed to be there. Anyone else. It was from 2 years earlier. I clicked the reviewer's profile. They had only ever left one review. I found another, different year. Different name, same room number, same description, temporary. By the time I checked out, I had counted 6. I emailed the hotel afterward. They never responded, so I filed a public records request with the city. Fire inspections, building permits, floor plans. There was no 914. The 9th floor officially ended at 913. Then jumped to 915. No renovations, no sealed rooms, no historical changes. It was like the room had never been approved to exist. But people had stayed there, not just me. I found 26 names, 26 separate guests across 12 years who claimed to have slept in room 914. Some left reviews, some posted photos. One uploaded a picture of a hotel bill with 914 clearly printed on it. Another had a video clip showing the hallway, the door number visible at the end. Then the pattern changed. Of the 26 guests, 8 had no digital footprint after their stay. No social media activity. No public records updates. No employment history beyond that date. At first, I thought coincidence. Then I noticed something else. All 8 had checked in alone. All 8 had stayed exactly 3 nights. And all 8 had booked last minute. What would you think if that happened to you? If you stayed somewhere that didn't exist, and later realized some of the people who'd stayed there never showed up again? I contacted one of the reviewers directly, a woman from Ohio. She responded. She said the room felt unfinished. Her word. She said she'd heard knocking at night. She said the front desk moved her without explanation. And then she said something that made me stop reading for a long time. I think the room is waiting for something, she wrote. The last confirmed stay in room 914 was 4 months ago. A man named Eric, sales job, 2 kids, booked for 3 nights, checked in, never checked out. His car was found in the parking lot. Key card still active. Room 915 occupied, room 914 unlisted. The hotel denies everything, no room, no guest. No incident. Sometimes, late at night, I still think about how easy it would be to step into a space that isn't fully there. A place that appears just long enough to sleep, long enough to disappear. If this case unsettled you, I want you to tell me what you think happened. Leave your theory in the comments. Like this video if it stayed with you longer than it should have. And subscribe for more cases from Shadow Case Files, because some rooms don't need doors to close. They just need you to stay.